join a sort of universe, which it's rather like a brain in many ways, it seems to me. In the sense that we've only got a sort of partial awareness of the contents of our own brains at any given moment. But by sort of queuing in, holidays, we can then start thinking about all our past holidays. Or you can queue in capital cities of the world, or novelists, or painters, or whatever, cuisine. And immediately a whole universe of...
It would be great if you had a little sort of window come from your article between between a message going between each synapse.
No, they're amazing things. But all this looks very impressive. You work full-time at the cooperative.
What?
Are you working every day at the cooperative?
Yeah. We decided not to take money for ourselves, I mean for living, by the selling of the books. And so we invest all the money in the project. And for living, we work for other publishing companies, making editorial graphic or computer assistance, something like that. We work a lot.
Yeah, good.
But we are very satisfied.
That's good. That's good. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Because Italy is, I think, sort of probably more into computers than we are, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Italy, I think Italy is more visual, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know that? Do you know what's happened during the last election? That Silvio Berlusconi, the owner of this.
You've got a TV magnate now. That's only right, isn't it? I mean, I think that's the way. You want a media tycoon as your president these days. That's the best thing that can happen to a country in a way.
Yes, it's very, I think it's very stimulating.
Yeah. I mean, one doesn't want, any old politician or, I mean, most politicians have been lawyers, haven't they? They practice law. They tend to be in the West. Who wants a lawyer? We want someone with, who's post-McLuhan, who's in the media world. I think that's rather good. I don't know anything about Berlusconi himself.
He's actually changing the name of his party from Forza Italia to the Blues, as if they're a football team, so they don't...
That's rather good. Turn everything into soccer. Turn everything into... Sooner or later, as I've said many times, sooner or later everything turns into television, What do you do? Are you in Italy too? In Italy?
No, in London.
In London.
Producing this stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And, just writing stuff and working with Computer Network.
Right.
Kind of, I've got a series of questions for their video magazine, which is kind of along the lines of the thing with birds. Do you want to talk more about what's going on?
Yeah. I would like to explain what's happening in Italy after the Berlusconi election. And told you before that he made this party called Forza Italia. It is like a stadium slogan for football supporters. And his member of parliament will be called Azzurri, that means blues, as the national football team. And there are a lot of people really in paranoia, because they are really afraid of this man, who's actually is right-oriented, and I believe he's a little confused. But I think that at the same time, the situation is really meaningful for the complex situation, because the traditional parties completely lost their capacity to read the reality. And it is strange, because I believe that the 40% of the people believes that the reason of this power for this man comes from the property of the television and the use he makes for the television. But I believed that the real cause is his capacity to understand what the new workers want. And I think it is really interesting to stay in Italy at this moment.
Absolutely, I should think. Yeah. I mean, it'll take a while before you find out what the change will bring. It won't happen overnight. I mean, you have to wait 2 or 3 years, and then you will see. But it's very difficult for an outsider like myself to judge an event like that. I mean, the nearest thing you can think of is the election of Ronald Reagan to the American presidency, which everyone thought, well, a Hollywood actor. I think this man isn't even very intelligent. He can't even separate fiction from reality. For him, reality is his memories of old movies. He confuses that with he confuses old movies, as Reagan often did, with the sort of real world of the past. But in fact, Reagan's presidency, in a way, sort of satisfied a sort of need of the American people to rediscover themselves after the nightmare of the Kennedy assassination and the Nixon-Watergate period and Vietnam. Reagan allowed the American people to sort of go back to their roots of their popular mythology in Hollywood and so on, and to spend. I mean, they just ran up the national debt, borrowed money from abroad, and prosperity came to America, in the Reagan years. And I think Americans never understood the criticisms that Europeans made of Ronald Reagan. I mean, I was amazed myself when, I was writing about Reagan back in the 1960s, warning that he might become president. But I mean, when he did become president, I thought, this is a fulfillment of a long-standing logic running through America. The idea, that everything is mythological, everything is fantasy. There is no reality anymore. Forget reality. The Hollywood film is real. But when Reagan, had been in power for a year or two, you felt, well, perhaps he was a necessary. Maybe Berlusconi is necessary to the Italian people. Maybe they need a different, a radically, maybe I don't want to make too many historical analogies, but I don't know whether you could draw an analogy with the sort of Weimar period in Germany for the past, or maybe we're in the Weimar period now, I don't know. But, in all nations there comes a time where change is needed. And maybe Berlusconi is the man to bring those changes. Maybe not, I don't know.